I hope you have read the question carefully. After reading the question, write down the given data in this order. The type of follower given is roller with the roller radius equal to 14 mm. The follower is offset and it is offset to the right by 18 mm. The lift, stroke or displacement of the follower is 35 mm. Base circle radius of the cam is 50 mm. Then the displacement of the follower has been described. But in this question, instead of giving the angle covered by the cam, he has given the time taken by the cam for the outstroke, return stroke and other movements of the follower. We need to convert. For example, the time taken by the cam during outstroke, that is theta O, is 0.05 seconds. We need to convert these seconds into degrees. That is, he has given the angular velocity of the cam as 240 rpm, which comes to be 4 revolutions per second. That is, per second it is making 4 rotations. One rotation is equal to 360 degrees. Therefore, per second the cam is rotating 4 into 360 degrees. Therefore, for 0.05 seconds into 0.05, 4 into 360 into 0.05, which comes to be 72 degrees. Similarly, the angle covered during the dwell period after outstroke is 18 degrees. The angle covered for the return stroke, theta r, 180 degree. And then the remaining is dwell period after return stroke, which is 360 degree minus these 3 angles, which comes to be 90 degree. Then after this, the type of motion during outstroke and return stroke are to be noted. We know that there are 4 types of motions: uniform velocity, uniform acceleration and retardation, cycloidal motion and simple harmonic motion. Out of these 4, he is saying that during outstroke, the follower is having simple harmonic motion. Then during return stroke, it is having uniform acceleration and retardation. But during return stroke, the acceleration and retardation are not equal. He has not said that equal uniform acceleration and retardation. He has given a condition, that is, acceleration is 3 by 5 times retardation. What do we mean by this? Acceleration is 3 by 5 times retardation. 3 by 5, the ratio 3 by 5, obviously less than 1. That is, acceleration is less than retardation. Slower than retardation. Slower means the time taken will be more. We know that slower a person, more the time taken by him. So therefore, convert this in terms of time period. Acceleration period is inverse of this, 5 by 3 times retardation period, which means 5 plus 3 is 8. Out of 8 parts, so 5 parts are for acceleration and 3 parts are for retardation. Therefore, acceleration period is equal to 5 by 8 of 180 degree. 180 degree because the angle covered for return stroke is 180 degree. 5 by 8 of 180 equals 112.5 degrees. And 3 by 8 of 180 degree, which is 67.5 degrees for retardation period. It means during while drawing the displacement curve in the displacement diagram, suppose if this is the region of return stroke, which is equal to 180 degrees. Out of this 180 degree, 112.5 degrees for acceleration and 67.5 degrees for retardation. Similarly, the displacement, which is 35 mm, has to be divided in this ratio. For that, the displacement of the follower during acceleration is 5 by 8 times 35 mm, which is 21.87, and 3 by 8 of 35 mm, which is 13.13 mm for retardation. That is, out of this 35 mm, 21.87 mm is for acceleration during return stroke. The upper portion is for acceleration and the lower portion is for retardation. That is 13.13 mm is for retardation. Like this, we need to write down the given data and we need to make some conversions accordingly, and then using this data we will draw the displacement diagram. Now we will see how to draw the displacement diagram from the given data. As usual, draw two perpendicular lines with the horizontal axis representing the cam angle theta and the vertical axis representing the displacement of the follower. So after that we need to take scale for x axis. As you can observe these angles, which are the multiples of 18, we can take 18 degrees is equal to 10 mm or 18 degrees is equal to 1 centimeter, which comes for 72 degrees 4 centimeter and 180 degrees 10 centimeter, which can be accommodated within the answer sheet. So after that, as we know, for y-axis it has to be 1:1. So the displacement of the follower is 35 mm. Exactly measure 35 mm from the origin and draw a horizontal line parallel to the horizontal axis. So this is 35 mm. After that, so the first region in the displacement diagram is outstroke, which covers 72 degrees, that is 4 centimeters. Measure 4 centimeter, theta naught. Divide this theta naught into 6 equal parts. These are our 1, 2, 3 points. Then we have dwell region of 18 degrees, which is equal to 1 centimeter. Theta dwell 18 degrees. Then comes the return stroke of 180 degrees, which comes 10 centimeters. Measure 10 centimeter. We can divide this, we need to divide this return stroke region unequally. First part for acceleration and the second part for retardation, as we have seen in that ratio. The first part, the acceleration part, is covered up to 112.5 degrees and the remaining retardation, or else, so we have the base in that ratio was 8. Divide this region into 8 equal parts. These are our 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash points. The partition region, division between the acceleration and retardation is the fifth one. Out of 8 parts, 5 parts for acceleration and 3 parts for retardation. As we have seen earlier, we need to divide this 35 mm in the same ratio, okay, which comes to be around, so we need to divide the separation division, which is the fifth one, in the same ratio, or divide this vertical 35 mm into 8 equal parts. First 5 divisions for acceleration and the Next 3 divisions for retardation. So this is 21.87 mm and this is 13.13 mm. And the remaining is the dwell period after return stroke, which is equal to 90 degrees. Now coming to the outstroke region, we know that the motion of the follower is simple harmonic. If it is simple harmonic motion, we need to draw a semicircle of radius equal to half of the stroke length, which is 35 mm. Identify the midpoint of 35 mm. With this point as center, draw a semicircle. Divide this semicircle also into 6 equal parts, as we have divided the outstroke region into 6 equal parts. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150 and 80. And these are our 1, 2, 3. Now in order to draw the displacement curve for simple harmonic motion, we have 1 here and 1 here. Draw horizontal line from 1 till it intersects the vertical division 1. So 1, 1. The intersection point is our A. 2, 2. B. 3, 3. C. 4 and 4. D. 5 and 5. E. And 6 and 6 is our F. Join all these A, B, C, D points with help of a smooth curve, which may be somewhat like this. See here. Then comes the dwell period, which is a horizontal line. Okay. For simple harmonic motion, we need to draw a semicircle and divide that semicircle into same number of parts as you have divided the outstroke region along the horizontal axis. Then coming to the return stroke region, which is of uniform acceleration and retardation, and that too acceleration is 3/5 times retardation. We have done all the calculations. Out of 180 degrees, 112.5 degrees for acceleration and the remaining for retardation. Also, in case of return stroke, the first part is acceleration and second part is retardation. And the upper portion is for acceleration and the bottom portion is for retardation. So we have a rectangle. We have a rectangle for the return stroke region. So from this top left corner, connect the first 5 division points. Intersection of this 1 dash and 1 dash, this is our point A dash. Intersection of the vertical division 2 dash and the inclined line 2 dash, this is our B dash. Similarly, C dash, C dash, D dash, and this is our E dash. Then connect the remaining 3 divisions to the bottom right corner and get the other points F, G and H. And join all these points with the help of a smooth curve. Okay, we need to join all these points with the help of a smooth curve like this. And thereafter, the dwell period will continue. In this displacement diagram, only displacement curve has to be maintained thick. All other lines must be very, very thin. Using this data, we will construct the cam profile. After the displacement diagram, we will see how to draw the cam profile using that data. So the base circle radius given is 50 mm. Draw one circle of radius equal to 50 mm, which is called as base circle. And as we know that the follower is offset and it is offset to the right by 18 mm. Offset distance is 18 mm. Draw a circle, offset circle of radius equal to 18 mm. After that, draw one horizontal line. So from there you draw one vertical line till it intersects the base circle. So from there, from this point, so it's a roller follower with roller radius equal to 14 mm. So from this point, draw one vertical line of length 14 mm. This will be the center of the roller. With this point as center, draw one roller circle. Now we know that in case of roller follower, the center of the roller is the trace point and the circle passing through the trace point is called as prime circle. Draw a prime circle with cam center as center and radius equal to the sum of the base circle radius and roller radius. Prime circle. Join the center of the roller and the center of the cam. This will be the reference line for the measurement of angles. We have divided the displacement diagram into 4 regions. Divide the prime circle into 4 regions. So, with respect to this line, so first 72 degrees, 18 degree, 180 degree and remaining 90 degree. So this is 72 degree, 18 degree, 180 degree and remaining 90 degree. We have divided the outstroke region into 6 equal parts. Divide the corresponding outstroke region in the cam profile into 6 equal parts. Divide the prime circle into 6 equal parts. So 72 degree by 6 approximately divided into 6 equal parts. So these are our 1, 2, 3 points. These are our 1, 2, 3 points. Now we know the procedure to construct the cam profile in case of offset follower. That is, we need to draw tangent lines, not radial lines. So we need to draw tangent lines passing through the division points 1, 2, 3. So we need to draw the tangent lines, that is the lines tangent to the offset circle like this. Of increasing length. Then on these tangent lines, transfer the corresponding distance from the displacement diagram. We have 1, 2, 3 here. We have 1, 2, 3 here. Measure 1A from the displacement diagram. So transfer it here. 1A. So this is A. 2B. 2B. 3C. 4D. 5E. And 6F. Now, with A, B, C, D as center, go on drawing the roller arcs. That is, set your compass to roller radius, which is 14 mm. With A as center and radius equal to 14 mm, draw roller arcs like this. You need not draw a complete circle. This arc is sufficient. With A as center and radius equal to roller radius, draw an arc. Similarly, with B as center and radius equal to, the arcs will overlap. You need not worry about that. With C as center, D as center, E as center and with F as center, go on drawing the roller arcs like this. Then, starting from this point, that is the intersection of the base circle and the roller, draw tangent lines like this, touching the roller arcs like this. Then from here to here it's base circle. Then similarly divide the return stroke region into 8 equal parts. These are our 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash. Then passing through these 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, draw the tangent lines like this. Then on these tangent lines, transfer the corresponding distance from the displacement diagram. That is 1 dash A dash, 2 dash B dash, 3 dash C dash, 1 dash A dash, 2 dash B dash, similarly C dash. So you will get the corresponding points like this. Then with these points as center and radius equal to the roller radius 14 mm, go on drawing the, with A as center, go on drawing the roller arcs. Then extend the arc from this point like this. At the end it will touch the base circle and then just connect it. So in this cam profile, only that portion of the cam profile has to be maintained thick. You can see it here. This is how to construct the cam profile for offset roller forward.